Boom. All right, guys, good morning and happy Q2 to everyone on this call. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I'm going to prep you guys ahead of time. I'm going to preface this meeting. I'm going to ask a lot of questions this morning. And what I'm going to ask you guys to do is simply write or keep a mental log of these things. Personally, I am a writer. You guys know me. I like to write. I like to get my thoughts out of here. Something happens neurologically when you go from here to paper. And so I highly, highly believe in writing. I'm going to ask you guys some really tough questions. Some of you might not feel that they're tough, but some of you might feel like they are tough, but it's all by design. So before we get started officially, I am going to have somebody bring us out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful morning. And you know what? I think this would be cool because it's actually probably her third or fourth time at group coaching. So Ilona, can you hear me? All right,
yes,
cool.
Good morning.
So Ilona, good morning. Every single group coaching session, I have an agent bring us out of the field, out onto the field, out through the tunnel, out on the field. So what that means is that you're leading the troops out on the field. You're leading your team out on the team to go, or out on the field to go play. So I'm going to turn it over to you and have you bring us out of the tunnel on this beautiful Monday morning. So do a really good job. No, I'm just kidding.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I've been doing a lot of affirmation work, and that's been really working for me early in the morning, getting up, telling myself out loud what it is that I need to hear to get my mindset. I think mindset is really important. I have something that I wrote down. It's a paragraph. I read that paragraph out loud. For me, it's about building generational wealth, creating financial freedom, knowing that through failure, I will succeed. That's another thing I've been really paying attention to, is that failures are just stepping stones to your success. So don't be afraid to fail. And a lot of that for me is posting things on the internet that I'm so very nervous to do. But what's important is that it's out there. And even if you feel like it could be a fail, in the end, that fail is going to be a win to where you want to go. So don't be afraid to do something out of the ordinary. Don't be afraid to do something out of your comfort zone, and don't be afraid to fail, because that's your stepping stone to success.
Beautiful. I love it. Well said. Well said. Let's give her a round of applause, stepping out of her comfort zone, doing this. And Ilona, you have such a great spirit, great vibe about you, great energy. Like the people are going to want to hear you more and more. And so good stuff. I appreciate that. So you guys, let's talk about this for a quick second. I wrote an email. When you guys have a second, some of that email is going to be carried over to what we're going to talk about today. Hold on really quick. Evelyn, super important that you mute yourself.
I'm so sorry.
All right, thank you. So some of this is going to be carryover, and some of this is going to be not the same, but in the same context of what we talk about a lot of the times, because at the end of the day, repetition is the mother of all skill. So have you guys heard me say the same things over and over again if you've been coaching with me for quite some time, right? All right, so what are some things that you'll hear me say normally, and like if you could say, oh yeah, I've heard Elias say that, like take yourself off of mute, just tell me or write it down below. What's something that you've heard me say that is consistent all the time? Whether it's winning, whether it's mindset, whether it's belief in self, whether it's calendaring, whether it's get your shit together and do the right thing. Like, what is it? What are some things that you hear me say? And don't be shy.
Take massive action.
What?
And have laser. You always say take massive action and have laser focus.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. I believe that. What else, you guys? Let's hear. Okay. Pressure creates diamonds. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Morning routine is key.
Morning routine is key. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, cool. Anybody else have anything that they want to share that they've heard me say over the last year, 2 years, 3 years, however long you've been working with me? All right, cool. So let's stay there because I think those are important. You know, I was listening to one of our coaches, keep it moving. Yeah, that's right. All right. So I was listening to one of our coaches and somebody that I have really close proximity to. And you know, he said this, and I thought it really hit home for me. And I put it in the email earlier that it's not our job, and it's not my job particularly to entertain any of you guys. Do I like to have fun? Absolutely. Like, do I like to bust chops? Absolutely. Do I really, really enjoy my time with you guys? Absolutely. I really do. but it's not my job to entertain. And I wrote this because I thought it was really, really powerful. My job is to be super, super boring sometimes. And I know that sounds crazy, you guys, but it's my job to truly, truly be monotonous as fuck with the key fundamentals of what I believe it's going to take to drive your business, right? So if that means that loop comes around and around and around and around, like, man, he just mentioned this a couple months ago. Hell yeah, I did. Because one thing that is always going to be a present in our environment is making sure that you have a strong mindset. That's never going to go away. If you're thinking that that conversation is going to go away, then you're in the wrong group, because that conversation will never go away, because I believe in how strong that is. So my job is to make sure that I talk about the same things over and over again, because here's why. How did I get where I am now in my career? I got here because I was a great salesperson. Literally, guys. I got into this industry because I was a great salesperson. I've been a great communicator. Like, I know where I came from, right? I was always a great salesperson. I got into this role because I was a great salesperson. So when you're hiring a sales manager, obviously that person needs to have strong sales skills and be a great salesperson. Well, over time, as you grow as a leader, the one thing that you have to focus on is, can I transfer these skills into other people? Can I see other people grow? Now my role is to build leaders within the company, but to continue helping you guys build your career. So can I take skills that I've developed over time and transfer them over to you? That's where I say, hey, Joe Allen, let me hear how you would say ABC so you can get XYZ. All right, cool. Can I transfer some of this dialogue, some of these thoughts, public speaking skills, whatever that is, that's like I want to share and give to you guys. And so that's really, really going to be the focus of my claim to fame, is being able to have a transference of skills to making sure that you guys are all great salespeople. So just some thoughts I want to share with you guys. But we are now in Q2, and I want to shift gears for a minute, because anytime that we start a new quarter, I think it's really, really powerful to talk about what we did in the prior quarter, to see, like, are we excited? Are we stoked? Did we fall short? Did we procrastinate? All the things. So we're gonna have some questions this morning, and I want to have everyone share if they can, but if not, if you're driving, it's cool. Let me let Pam in really quick. All right. So I got a couple questions for you guys. You guys can write. You guys can keep these in your mind, whatever it is. I encourage you guys, though, to write. So first question for everybody right now is, it's a pretty simple question. So I'm gonna start it off easy for you guys. Now, first question, I'm gonna put it on my phone so I don't have to keep looking at my screen, so I could stay connected with you guys. First question for everybody on the call today. Are you committed to the real estate business? Go ahead and take yourself off of mute. Go ahead and fill up my chat. I want high level of participation on these questions. Okay, so hell yeah, I saw yes, 100%. Okay, cool. I saw Ilona shaking her head. Okay, Maria, I see Maria smile. I see Rakitha. Okay, Jeff, yes, every day. I love this. Andrea says yes. Robert Munoz, okay. Hennessy says yes. Okay, cool. Christina Pineda says every day. Lovely says yes, absolutely, yes. Every day, all day, yes. Hell yes. All right, cool. Ooh, I love this. Now where I'm at with this team, 100% locked in, committed as fuck. Yes, hell yes. Okay, cool, awesome. I'm with you guys on that one. I am a 100% all in. I am at the highest fucking number that you could possibly imagine in this business. 100% committed, all in. All right, so now let me go back to my questions here. This one gets a little bit harder. If you answered this question and you were in a room of strangers and that question was on the board and it said, are you committed to real estate? And you're like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, 100% all in, woo! And then the speaker in the room says, okay, hold the mic there, Rakitha, hold the mic there, Alex Lopez. How would we know? What's next? How would we know? Okay, cool. So same questions, you guys, same thought track. But if this isn't lighting up as quick as it was before, you'll see where I'm going with this conversation, all right? All right, goals. Talk about it 25/8. Okay, cool. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I love this. I show up every day. I talk about it. Goals. I schedule my whole day around it. Goal accomplished. Okay, guys, let's see what else we have here. My actions would equate to what is important. I love this. My social media proves I eat, sleep, and breathe it. I document the proof. Ooh, Maria says here, okay, I read that one. The work, the action, and the results. I love this, you guys. What else we got here? The calendar. Talk about it all the time. Action shows, my actions every day, and results. Ooh, I love this, you guys. Did I miss anything here? Taking the time to expand your knowledge. Okay, cool, awesome, I love it. All right, guys, so let's stay here because I love what's going on. This is really, really good engagement. So, I put here in my notes, commitment is defined by the result. What is the result telling you right now? When you look at your business right now, and it's okay, like there's no wrong answer. What is your current result telling you about your commitment? And this is where you guys get introspective. If you are 100% committed, if you're living, eating, and breathing this business, and you are being honest with yourself, what are your results telling you right now? Because if you're committed to your daily action, if you're committed to prospecting, if you're committed to coming to coaching, working on your dialogue, working on your connection with human beings, right? The result is going to be that you're in contract, you're close to contract, or you have a signed listing agreement. So let's see here what the results are telling you down below. Telling me the actions create results, but got to stay consistent. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I am on the right path and doing the right things. My results are better today than yesterday. Hell yeah, Joellen, I love this. I need to do more. Okay, Rakitha, thank you, right? She's all in. She knows she's committed, but Rakitha, I just got the chills when you said that. She's like, I just need to do more. Tell me to work a little harder, right? She's not saying I need to work 100 times more. I just need to work a little bit harder. I haven't put in the work. I do, hold on. It says here, hold on, let me stay here because this is a good one. I haven't put the work in. I have a few buyers, but need to do more. Otis says that it's more than just showing up. Got to put in the work. Like any profession, consistent pressure. Do not be at all defeated. Q1 results told me that if I continue to do the same thing, hold on a second, let's say here, the same thing, I will get the same results. So we came up with new habits to have a better Q2. Jeff, I want you to stay there, bro. I want to come back to this because we're going to come full circle. Bo says, I need to figure out a few missing pieces and stay consistent. You guys, fuck, I love this. And thank you for your honesty. Keep it moving. Energy is high as I am new, and keep that energy and motivation up one step in front of the other. Okay, cool, Ilona. I absolutely love this. Teresa says, I give a little, so I've seen little progress. Okay, hey, shout out to you, Teresa. Like, shout out to you for being honest in this environment and stepping up. It says here, my family, my biggest why, are happy, smiling, and we are creating lifelong memories. I love this. My results show my weakness and strength. Okay. And I don't ever think it's a weakness. I just think it's an area of opportunity. Insanity definition is powerful. Yeah, totally. Consistency in my activities equals results. Q1 showed me I'm on track for my goals. I need to tighten my schedule and my time not to burn out. This is powerful, you guys. This chat is lit right now. Need to be consistent. Start getting uncomfortable. Planting seeds, but got to take it up a notch. I have not played up to my potential. Colette just said that. Man, Colette, thank you for sharing, right? Because, man, your light shines really, really bright. Facts. I love this, you guys. Okay, cool. So I think we're getting somewhere. Now I want to ask for Q2. What do you want to commit to in this next quarter? And if we just take bite-sized chunks out, like what am I willing to commit to in Q2? Does that mean an hour of prospecting every single day? Does that mean find accountability person? Does that mean wake up an hour earlier so I can do my workout? That the possibilities are there for the taking. I am a better realtor than I give myself credit. There's a lot of inner work to be done with contingency. Hey, Rosa, I love that. Absolutely love that. So what am I committed to in Q2? And let's take another layer to this question here. What lengths are you willing to go to on a daily basis to build a business that will give you and your family the lifestyle that you deserve? All right. What am I committed to in Q2? First part of the question. And what lengths are you willing to go to on a daily basis to build a business that you and your family, or create a business for you and your family to have the lifestyle that you desire? Right? Think about that, you guys. Like, what am I willing to do right now? And here's the thing. Like, obviously we've talked about the why before. I don't want to spend too much time on there. But when you sit there in a coaching session with me, and when you tell me, I want to create the lifestyle that I've always wanted to do, what? Generational wealth. I don't want my kids to struggle. I had fucking tapatio and fucking butter and tortillas in my refrigerator as a kid. I don't want that shit for my family. I want to be able to shop at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods anytime that I want, and be able to just have groceries, stability, opportunity to go on vacation. I want to take the kids to Disney World, like, right? Those things, small things. So then I turn that conversation back over to the agent and say, then what is going on? If you are not compelled by this every single day, if it is not showing up in your life and you're saying, you know what, I am going to do whatever it takes. George goes to a coffee house every single day. He's there from the time it opens to the time it closes. He's there, he's prospecting at a high level. I'm not saying that none of you guys are, but if those are the things that you guys want to do in your life, financial freedom, retire in 10 years, whatever it is, are your actions today looking at yourself 10 years from now and saying, hey man, you're good job. Like, if that 10-year person was looking back at you, dude, you're doing a great job, high five, like you're on your way. Or is it just like, dude, you said you wanted this over here, but like, what are you doing? Right? Like, you have to look at your life in this way, you guys. And I'm so passionate about this because I've been thinking about this all weekend. So what lengths are you willing to go to on a daily basis to build your business and give you and your family the lifestyle that you deserve? In the next 3 months, what is something that you would want to accomplish in your personal life as a result of the success that you achieved over the next 3 months? What's one thing in your personal life that you'd want to accomplish as a result of the success that you've had over the next 3 months? When I achieve 5 deals in this next quarter, I am going to do X, Y, Z. I'm going to go on a 4-day vacation. I'm going to go to Calistoga with the girls and sit in one of those mineral baths and sip wine. I am going to do this. I'm going to pay down one of my cars. I'm going to put a down payment on a new Tesla. I am going to be able to have $20,000 in my savings account. I am going to be able to do this, right? Like, what do you want to accomplish? And then let me ask this question too. And I want to have this question, and I don't want to make any excuses, none at all. Is there anything that is going to stand or prevent you from your success? Stand in the way or prevent you from your success? Like, ask yourself that question, you guys. Is there anything right now that could stand in your way? Now, listen, I understand a couple of things can have, and I have empathy. I understand health issues, right? I understand that. I understand that health issues can prevent your success. Other than that, I don't know of any other. I'm in charge of my life and my destiny. Only myself. Say no too often. Not every single thing and not every single event is urgent and important. So I love that, Otis. Thank you for sharing that. Is there anything that's going to prevent you or stand in the way of your success? Now let's move into, I will complete the full remodel. All right, cool. I love this. I love this. It says here, let me just read a couple of these. Work through any situations in my personal life. Yeah, because you know what? That's life. Like, the seasons are going to happen. How many of us, and let's be honest, I don't need to know the inner workings of everything, but raise your hand if you have some challenges right now in your own life, right? How many of us are parents? Please raise your hand. How many of us have perfect children? My hands are way down here, right? And you know what? How many of us are step parents? I'm a step parent too, so not only do I have my own kids, but I have step kids, and that shit's hard, right? So it's like we all have our challenges that we're facing, but guess what? When things are going really, really good with your kids, things are going really good in your business, there's always going to be something that happens. An auntie gets sick, an uncle gets sick, you have an unexpected bill. I just had to pay $1,400 to get new tires on my BMW, which is fucking ludicrous. Anyways, it's like something's going to come up. But if you're okay here, it's like no matter what the world is going to throw at me, I know that that is just temporary. I know it's just temporary. So you guys, let's go into this. I'm going to share some thoughts with you because we all have our problems. I want you guys to take personal accountability and personal responsibility. We've said this and I'm saying it again. I want you to take ruthless personal accountability. This is no longer about that, they, them, the market, this, that, if I only, because in every single market that we have ever seen in the history of real estate, even when mortgage interest rates were at 18% in the mid 80s, people were still selling real estate at a very, very high level. Still selling real estate. So it's not the market, right? Everything that you guys need is within. You have support, you have tools, you have brothers and sisters, you have all these platforms, you have social media, you have everything. The one barrier is usually self, right? So my hope is through group coaching, through coaching with you, through showing you guys what I've been through, my hope is to pull you guys past those things and say, come on, let's go. Like, I'm with you. I've been through that. It gets better, I promise. What comes after winter time? Spring. You guys might be in a winter season right now, but it's okay because you know what comes tomorrow? The sunshine. Sunshine's coming tomorrow. And it's just going to get sunnier and sunnier and sunnier. So you guys have to think like this. So personal accountability. I want you guys to understand this and know that I own every single outcome. Not going to pick and choose which ones I own. I'm just going to own every outcome. And it says here, commitment is defined by the result. It's specific, it's accountable, it's actionable, and it's measurable. When you talk about what you're going to create in this next month or next 3 months, I don't want it to be a conversation like this. Well, if I do that, this is Vanessa. If I was able to create that, no. When I help 5 families this next 3 months, I'm going to be able to do this for myself. When I close on my 4th transaction, like, you guys have to talk this into the present tense. You have to see it as it's already existing. I am a top producer. I am a top communicator. I am a top negotiator, right? You guys, it's okay to speak this into the present tense. And so I'm having this conversation with you because it is Q2 of the year. By the end of this year, you guys are going to look back like, damn, it went so quick. What happened in 2022, right? We all remember New Year's Eve. It seemed like it was just yesterday. So you guys have the ability to sit down and say, what am I going to create right now? And I'm going to do a micro chunk of my goals. And I'm going to say, okay, might not have hit my goal in 2020 or quarter 1, or maybe I did. Maybe I'm on pace to have an amazing year. Whatever it is, I got a new fresh start, new 3 months. What am I committed to achieving every single day? And I'm going to write that down. I want to encourage you guys to share those plans with me. I can help you. I can help keep you on track, help keep you accountable, whatever it is. But I would love to see them so I could better support you guys. So you guys, this is a business. We are running a multi-million-dollar business, and that's the way that you have to look at it, and that's the way you have to go about it daily. But if you don't plan, guess what? It's just another 3 months. It's just another 3 months. You guys, I've met people in this business that have made over $100,000 in 3 months. $100,000 in 1 quarter. You guys will hear this term in this business. You can make your whole entire year in 1 quarter in this business. 1 quarter. You guys, I've seen it happen in our environment. I've seen people that went from selling shoes to making 60 to 100 grand in 3 months. If you guys were to make 60 grand to 100 grand in 3 months, do you think that it would have an impact on your lives? You think it would have an impact on the, I don't even, I don't care if you're the Anna Pacheco or the, Roxanne Adams of the world, like no matter who you are on this call, that type of money in that short amount of time has a huge impact. And it gives you opportunities to do things. It gives you opportunities to save, to contribute. Like, you know what I'm looking forward to? Like my mom's next vacation. I shared this with you guys a couple of months back. Like someone asked me, what was the best purchase I made in the last 2 years? Fuck the cars, fuck all that shit. Like the best purchase for me over the last 2 years was taking my mom on vacation twice. That was it. That was it. It was once at a vineyard and then once in Southern California for her 60th birthday. That was the best purchase over the last 2 years. The possessions don't really matter to me. It's the memories that matter. So I want you guys to look at that, and I want you guys to be really, really aligned with what you're going to accomplish over the next couple months. Ernesto says here, was reflecting on that. I made more last month than I made in entire years. It's very possible. Like it's powerful, you guys. Colette says, I'm simply going to start with the grade 8. I know that alone will jumpstart my business. I love this. Most definitely. Shooting mom some retirement money. I love that. Celebrate the end of COVID. Yes. When it was my mom's birthday, I bought her like a nice Michael Kors bag, and I put a Michael Kors wallet in there, and like I filled it up with for her, I put $1,500 there in like 20s and 50s. And like my mom like bawled. And my mom drives a shuttle bus for a casino in San Diego. My mom doesn't make that much money. Like she's just the happy person when you get on the bus. Hey, Tom, how are you? Going to bingo? Hey, Johnny, good to see you. Like she's just that person, right? And so for me to give my mom a little walking around money so she can go buy something, or maybe even pay her rent for that month, whatever it was, like that's what means something to me. That's what means something to me. And so I want you guys to like look at this. This isn't about like, oh well, I should make these calls. I should do this. Like, no, you got to turn these shoulds into an absolute must. An absolute must. I must do these things in order to give myself the change that I want, the change that I desire. Or guess what? Quite frankly, and I'm going to be real as penitentiary steel right now. Quite frankly, if you don't do the things that you know you should be doing in this business, guess what you're going to be doing in 6 months to a year from now? You're going to be looking on Indeed and you're going to try to find a fucking 9-to-5 job. You're going to find a 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm never going to do? I'm never going to find a 9-to-5 job. I told Kenny, you're fucking stuck with me, bro. You are stuck with me, right? But I'm going to show up. I'm going to do the hard work, you guys. I am just like you guys. My career is just I'm just like you guys. If I don't show up, if I don't commit, if I don't keep this right, if I don't make my commitments, if I don't show up for group coaching, if I don't have a packed calendar, if I don't organize my schedule, if I don't do these things, I cannot provide for my family and I cannot do the things that I want to do for my mom that means so much to me. I am the same as you guys, 100%. I just make a fucking choice. And some mornings I'm tired. Right? Some mornings I want to sleep in. I don't have to be at the office at any time. I don't gotta be anywhere. I gotta go fucking 20 feet up the stairs. Right? I don't have to be anywhere. I choose. I get to. So that's my thoughts for this morning. I have been writing and writing and writing this morning because these are my thoughts. I wrote an email to the team this morning. These are my thoughts. So I want to go to a couple people, saw some smiles, saw some reactions. That chat is lit. I want to go to Jeff Phillips. Jeff Phillips, you had some things that are introspective. Ernesto, I want to go to you. Anna, I want to go to you. I just want to hear from some people this morning because I think we're on a very, very good path right now. So Jeff Phillips, if you can, my man, grab the mic. Let's hear from you. You had some stuff to say, brother.
I just finished the set. But yeah, so I had to have a real conversation with myself. Last week, noticed that we were getting to the end of Q1, and I said, okay, let's be honest with ourselves. Where are we? Where did we want to be at the beginning of this? Are we closer or are we further? And I realized I was bringing a lot of the habits of last year, even though last year I had 7 deals, 2.3 million in overall sales volume. And I was like, oh, this is a good year, but it's not my highest potential. It's not my highest potential. And I know that. So I had to be introspective, and honestly, something that really helped me with it to be able to have the conversation of no excuses was being in this gym. Being in this gym gave me a mindset to be like, when I wasn't in the gym, I would more excuses. Oh, it's the market. Oh, I'm getting these leads that aren't really converting. And well, no, there ain't no excuses when you're in this gym. When you put together a plan and you're like, all right, well, you know what? If I can't do 40, then I'll do 35. So being in this area and getting my mind right first helped me have that harder conversation with myself and not push it into a place of like, I'm getting down on myself, but I'm holding myself accountable. And that's the highest form of love.
Yes, brother. I love it. You know what I want to see from you in Q2, bro, is I want to have your voice elevated. And I know that you've talked about this, you know, this people's podcast, right? You've been talking about that for a year, bro. Like, don't talk about that anymore, bro. Just sit down and be like, hey, Alex Lopez, I do the people's podcast. I just want to have a simple interview with you. It's 3 minutes. Let's wrap, right? Even if that means you're just going live and then you're sharing that, like, just have these conversations, bro, because when you talk, it's just like you're so intelligent and you're so articulate. Like, people hang on to every single word that you're saying. Give the masses that. We know you, bro, but like, give the masses that, man. I promise you, and I've been saying this, that will take your business to the next level. The People's Podcast needs to shine this quarter. Video, 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 video.
Got you, brother.
Love you.
It's commitment.
Let's go to you, brother. You'd share some things in here, and thank you for being honest with the income. You know, like, if you can, man, you should share with us a little of your thoughts, and I'll come over to Anna Pacheco after you.
Yeah, I hope the income thing is not like a brag, but
no,
my mindset is that, especially me being a minority, and a lot of people don't know, I wasn't born in this country. I'm Mexican. In my culture, like, we don't normalize like having conversations about finances. So for that reason, I'm very open about those things. But yeah, I was reflecting yesterday. I did better last month, in the month of March, than I've made in entire years. Like, I made $40,000 last month, which is crazy. And I was actually stressing out in February. I'm like, damn, my pipeline is dry. And I've made a commitment to open houses. I love open houses. My girlfriend knows I love open houses. She knows that my weekends and our weekends, unfortunately, will revolve around my open houses. Because if I want to provide the things that I'm committed to providing, I really enjoy open houses. So I'm going to commit to doing more of those things. So again, having these conversations and being transparent with one another about where we're at financially, I think is a very, very good thing. So I hope that nobody takes that like the wrong way. Another thing you mentioned earlier is like, if you think that, and I think I messaged you on Instagram the other day. Some people may come
you got me thinking all weekend, bro. So thank you.
Yeah, some people think that like, oh, this is old. Oh, I'm on coaching 3 calls 3 times a week. Like, sometimes I feel like I hear the same thing. The reality is, like, there is no silver bullet. And like, for me, one of the most impactful books that I ever read was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And one of those habits is you have to continue to sharpen the saw. Like, you just have to continue, like it's a habit. So for me, it's like a juice, and it just like replenishes me. So I've been doing these calls. I mean, I think I'm super consistent about being on the call, and sometimes I'm not always on video, but this, and just kind of constantly feeding my mind the things that like I want it to be nourished with. This call helps a lot with that. Lastly, I don't know if we're kind of lightly dancing around it or how I really want to get with this, but the last thing I'll leave everybody with is I'm a big Tony Robbins guy too. And one of the things that he talks about is people will do more to avoid people will do more to avoid pain than to obtain pleasure. So the analogy that he uses is like, everybody says they want a 6-pack. Everyone says they want to be fit, but a lot of people never get to that point. But if your doctor says you have 6 weeks to live unless you lose 15 pounds, like, you bet your ass you're going to lose those 15 pounds, because now there's a very, very severe penalty. So what I'll end with is that A lot of people do like vision boards and, oh, I would love to have a Tesla. I would love to be on the beach. I want passive income. I want to do cool things for my family. I would also encourage you, and it's not to be morbid or anything, but like, if you don't do these things, this is what your life looks like. So a lot of people do an exercise for like, well, what's my why, right? And there's a saying that if your explanation doesn't go 7 layers deep, that's not actually your why, and that your why should make you cry. It should be that powerful. Like your why should make you cry. But on the other end of that spectrum, like, what does your life look like? 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years? Like, if you don't get your shit together. And I had a conversation with somebody recently, and like, this could get to a point where you're not providing for your family. And in a worst case scenario, your wife leaves you and somebody else is raising your kids, which sounds really messed up, but it's a very, very harsh reality. So whatever it takes for you to get off your ass, whatever that is to you, then I hope that you'll do it.
That's so powerful, because think about this. Like, we've had this conversation before. Do you want to work and operate from urgency, or do you want to operate from panic mode? Right? Think about that. Urgency is, I'm going to make the calls. I'm going to do the things. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to work with a sense of urgency. Panic mode is, oh my God, it's May 27th. Fuck, I need to find a deal. What am I going to do for rent in 2 months? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm panicked and now I'm stressed. And what happens when I'm stressed? I'm going to get sick, and oh my God, all these things happen, right? Because I'm in panic mode, right? You guys got to work with this level of intensity, this level of urgency every single fucking day. So Ernesto, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Like I told you, my buddy that was a quadriplegic, couldn't move anything, said, and he came out of it. Love him to death. He's like, life's not a dress rehearsal. You got one chance to do this. You got one chance to get it right. Let's hear from you, Anna Pacheco. Where's your mind at? What are you thinking about right now?
Well, you know what? That was a really good one, because I think sometimes we don't realize when we work out of like panic mode, we almost project that out to our clients, our environment. And instead of attracting more business, and even we can be prospecting every single day, and we're like, why am I not closing anything? Why is nothing sticking? It's because we're in that lack mentality. So when we create that consistency, we actually work from a better place, a more productive place. And, to stay consistent, what I've learned this year, and I really have been sticking to, is sometimes I have to say no to a lot of things to say yes to the goals and the things that I need to accomplish. And is it easy? Of course, it's not, but you have to stay true to what is really, or is it something that's going to really impact the, give you the results that you need? Or is it someone that you're just kind of going to be social and interrupt your momentum? That is a big thing. Once I started paying attention to that, once I made the move here where I thought, I was like, I need a big environment, I need to be with more energy, this is enough to feed what I need. And I'm actually working more from home than the office, just because I get so much done. And of course I want to be in the office and be with everybody, but I also realize that for me, that sometimes creates an interruption and a distraction.
I love it. And Anna, just so that people know, how many deals did you close last year, and what's the hierarchy goal for this year?
How much did I close last year? I think I closed 34 last year, and my goal this year is 50. And I closed 9 in the first quarter, and I have 7 in my pipeline, and I have 2 more listings coming on the market.
So 9 in the first quarter. So she's on path.
And
right?
I'm behind because my goal is 5 a month.
So it'd be 4. You're 4 behind right now. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So cool. I mean, well, that's an amazing quarter. But when she's looking at her goal for the year, she's still a little bit behind, but she knows exactly what it's going to take to get there. So good stuff, Anna. Bo, let's go to you, bro. You had some great things to say in the chat. So let's hear from you, big dog.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around sales for a long time and been trying to read books like the Habit of Highly Effective People and things like that, and it's definitely shaped how I want to see my life go, right? But I think I've also been sitting there in that lack mentality of not wanting to put in the work, or saying yes to the wrong things and making excuses like, okay, yeah, I can go play golf with these guys because it might lead to a lead over here, but okay, did I do my 2 hours of prospecting today? So making, this one call here today is really, I've got a whole page of notes already that's really shaping that difference and looking towards consistency in the right things. I think in the chat I mentioned just finding a few missing pieces, and I think those might have been it.
Love it, Bo. And hey, man, like I've met you, people on this call have met you. You just have a really, really positive energy, man. Like you just have the spirit about you. You are spoken very well, man. There's a huge, huge opportunity for you to grow, bro. So well, I'm here for this, man. Let's go to Alex Lopez. Alex Lopez, this is your first time at a group coaching session, my brother. So where's your head at? Thanks for being here. And was this what you expected?
Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm Alex. Just wanted to introduce myself real quick before I get going on this. But yeah, I'm just really, really open to just hearing everything that everyone's saying. I like just recently left my job of 10 years to kind of go full time into real estate. So this call is really helping me a lot as far as like getting my head straight. Definitely have an idea of how I want to kind of set my goals for myself, as far as just not like I want to do this many deals, I want to make this much money, but you know, the micro goals, I guess I can say, you know, like what I need to be doing consistently each week so that, you know, like you just said, I'm not working out of panic mode. I'm just working out of urgency, consistently doing this work. So this is amazing. This is awesome. You know, I really, really appreciate everything everyone's putting in. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to what's to come.
Cool, brother. Well, we appreciate you choosing us, man. And thank you for being here this morning. I want to go over to Andrea Willis. Andrea Willis, if you can take yourself off of mute, put your camera on for a quick second. I want to hear from you. Andrea, are you still there?
I'm here, but I don't know if I'm camera ready.
It's okay. It's all right. You're camera ready in our eyes. All right. It's okay. Well, no one's going to judge you. That's just, I want to hear from you. All I ask is that you just put your camera on. I'm in shorts.
Hold on. Let me put my hair in a fresh bun. Hang on.
All right. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Stuff in my face. Okay.
It's all right. So Andrea, I had a question because in the chat, you've had an amazing, amazing start to the year, but you said that like, I want to give a little bit more. So in your eyes, what is that little bit more? What does that mean in the context of what you just wrote? So I'll let you put your camera on. I want to hear from you.
Let me wipe the egg off my face. Okay. Oh, this is horrible. Wow. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here it is. Here it is in all its glory. Okay. What was the question?
All right.
What do
in the chat, you put that you feel that you need to work a little bit more. You've had an amazing run. You were having a tremendous start to the year. How many deals have you closed so far this year, and how many are pending?
So I've closed 3 with EXP this year, and I have 3 pending.
Cool.
But
So,
I feel like I had a quick, you know, like it was really busy. First quarter was super busy, but now I feel like it's slowing a little bit. So I think I'm freaking out.
okay. So what's that little bit more? When you think about the context of this conversation, what does that look like for you? If you're just to turn up the notch a little bit to give you a different direction for this Q2, what does that mean?
I need to work on, I think, more relationship building, and just kind of getting out there more. I'm trying to, obviously with Daniela helping me with marketing, it's been amazing, but I'm going to have to kind of take that now that she's licensed. So I need to continue to work on that. And I really want to start farming. I want to see what that brings. So that's my goal for Q2.
So if that's the goal for Q2, does that have an end date? An execution date? Is that on your calendar? Do you know the resources that you need, the human resources you need? Is that already mapped out?
So I believe I know the resources that I need, and I plan to reach out this week. And then I have a path that I think is the right one, but I do have resources if I feel like it's not.
Okay, put it on your calendar and execute. And Andrea, what a great quarter. But like you said, you're like, it gets a little scary, right? I closed those 3 deals. I got them things going. It's like, well, what's next? I spent a lot of time in the transaction, on the transaction, working behind the scenes. Well, now it's like I get to turn up the speed. So I love it, and I appreciate you sharing. And Andrea, let's give this girl a round of applause. Right? She said she looked horrible. Oh my God, let me put. Well, you can't see this. Like, give yourself some more credit. Jeez Louise, all right, you look fine this morning.
Oh, sure, yeah, that's great, and this is being recorded, so even better. Thanks.
Right, there'll be some highlights of this on social media.
Oh,
later.
Fantastic.
Maria, I've kind of watched what's cool about Maria Dominguez, you wear your emotions on your sleeve. And so I've seen this wave of emotion from you since we've started this coaching session. So kind of tell me where your head's at, where your thoughts are at, because I've seen you go through a couple different emotions on this call. So let's talk a little bit about this.
So for me, I'm all about starting with the end in mind. As you know, Elias, I've always felt like in this environment, in real estate in general, I've been in the business for a minute. I've gone through every ebb and flow. And so like the beginning of the year, I had one transaction in quarter 1. And I guess, and I could freak out, but I also know that I'm doing the work every single day, every little bit. I have a couple in escrow, but that's still not good enough, because for me, I think about my son. Like, I want to take him on an all expense paid vacation. I want to go on a spa day, and I can't make excuses because, like you said, we've been in this market, and I'm tired of hearing people say, oh my God, the market. Well, you know what? If you're not closing any deals, and I said this once before, then you need to be out there with your feet in the streets. I'm just like, do something. Like, we can't expect to stay in this house or in your office doing busy work and expecting the business to come unless you're on the phone dialing for dollars, right? It's tough. I mean, I remember when I had no money, I was broke, driving a hoopty, roller skating to my office, my real estate office, because, okay, hold on. I had no money. And I would literally roller skate or hop on the bus to get to my real estate office, because I knew that if I showed up even a little bit, a deal would come. I borrowed cars. I rented a car on the weekend to show property because there was no excuse. There was none. And even out of the little money I had, I fed the homeless. So I was not stuck in my head. I was not stuck in my heart, because if I'm moving, that creates traction, that creates heat. And what is it? 1 degree?
Yeah.
211 to 212, right? That's the moving that train. Amen. Right? So keep it moving, like you say, keep it moving. And I mean, really, there are no excuses, because like I said, and when you've had nothing and real estate is all you got, you cannot tell me I can't do something. I believe you me, if your child was hungry, you get your little ass up every morning and go do something to feed that child. Same thing goes for you. You're important. We're important. So why don't we get up every morning and just handle our business? There are no excuses. And I do my best not to say excuses, because if it comes out of my mouth that I can't, I know very well 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I was scraping money together to pay my MLS dues. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this is even funnier. My client, I love him. He was like, Maria, I can't have my realtor driving around with a missing hubcap. He literally bought me hubcaps for my car because I was in a hoop day.
Wow.
But I was getting it done. And people were like, Maria, you should go rent a car. They didn't realize I had no money to go, not rent. I didn't have any money, and my credit was in the toilet. I couldn't buy a car. So I did. I showed up. And I didn't care what anyone thought, because at the end of the day, I had a son in college that I was paying for. I had homeless people that I was about to feed, and I was handling my business. So you can't tell me y'all can't do nothing. I don't want to hear it.
Man, I didn't know this, so I knew that you had drive, Maria, but like taking a bus, putting on roller skates to go show homes because she was committed to having the life that she knew that she deserved, right? And that's powerful, Maria. That is just powerful, right? And so you guys, I sometimes we take a path of getting emotional, and sometimes that's my hope. But I really, when I started looking at these questions this morning, I didn't think that it would go to this level, but I'm really, really glad that we're here. Maria, thank you for sharing. Thank you for being so vulnerable. So you guys, I want to come full circle, but before I do so, I want you to be very, very clear with those questions that were asked. I want you guys to do some writing, and I want you guys to get very clear. 3 months will go by very, very quick. And just like Maria said, you know, sometimes it's going to take a little bit of time to get that escrow, but let's go back to 2020. Jen Oak, who is our top producer, who did 20 million in 2020, she went 6 months without a single escrow. Single mom, you know, that's scary. And then in the half of the year, did $20 million in production. $20 million in production, you guys. So when you think about that, like anything is possible. But just like Maria, just like Bo, just like Ernesto, just like Anna, she didn't stop working. She made sure the marketing content was fire, made sure her buyer's consultation was fire, made sure that her listing presentation was fire, and never stopped believing. And then things just started to roll into the next. And so I want you guys to look at Q2 as your opportunity to say, you know what, I did or did not accomplish what I set to achieve in Q1. I will commit to this in Q2. And these are the things that I'm going to do on a daily basis to make sure I have the lifestyle that I want for my family. And you know what, lastly, I'm going to own it. I'm going to fucking own it. You know why I get frustrated? And it's not that I'm a pretty patient man. I wasn't always patient, but I get frustrated with agents when they make excuses to me. When I'm sitting in a one-on-one coaching session and there's this and there's this, I'm like, well, hold on a second. I get frustrated because it's in you and I know it's there. Sometimes I just want to fucking shake you, but get your shit together. You got people that fucking deserve this. You deserve this. Now go out there and fucking create the lifestyle that you want because you fucking deserve this shit. And I literally want to just, but I have to be diplomatic. I have to be patient. I have to be understanding. I have to be caring. I have to be all the things as a leader. But at times I just want to fucking shake you guys because I see it in you. I've seen people go from fucking selling drugs to fucking $250,000 in 1 year and no longer having to sell drugs, right? I've seen people truly, look at Eric. Eric sold 5 deals the year before he got here and did $24 million in production last year. 5 deals the year before he came here. 5. I think anybody can do 5 deals in a fucking year. Anybody can do 5 deals in a year. You could fall into 5 deals in a year. So what I'm saying, you guys, is that it's all within you. I'm going to go around the room and do some quick takeaways before we head out. Vanessa, is it Yepes? Am I saying that correctly? Sorry. So Vanessa, key takeaways from today's sesh.
Well, I'm super stoked that I came over here now. This is my first step into my future. I came from a brokerage, super cool, nice people, but I wasn't inspired. And everyone's so inspiring today. Thank you so much. So this is my first step, and hopefully I'll be seeing good things for myself soon.
Love that. Love that. And listen, don't taper off there, right? See how you're like, well, hopefully I see good things for myself. Like, no, it's like, I am going to create this for my lifestyle, for my family, for my friends, and I'm really ready to crush it. And I'm so glad that I have all of you beautiful people alongside me. So let's go get this bread, right? It's like
inspired by you guys, and now everybody to our future.
That's right. That's right. We don't taper off when it comes to, well, I hope I'm going to do that. No, fuck that. I'm going to do this for my family. I'm going to create this. So love those takeaways. Let's go to Colette. Key takeaways from today's session, and then we'll go to you, Joellen.
Maria, girl, woo! That was fire. Okay, if that don't light a fire under my ass today and every day forward, thank you so much. That's my key takeaway. When you put your heart on the line like that and you say, you know what? Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Maria. And thank you for singing the song for us, Colette. Appreciate you. Joellen, let's go to you. Key takeaways from today's session.
Today basically is someone's going to sell that house. Someone's going to represent that buyer. Let that money go back to you and your family, not someone else's table. That money is ours and it needs to stay in our house. So don't let it go.
I love it. You guys, we talked about this last week, and it's engagement through energy and state control. And right, we talked about this in Foundation of Prep. Imagine if you raised your energy by 50% today, right? Today, for the next 24 hours. In every endeavor that I do, I'm going to raise my energy by 50%. Imagine if when Amanda came home, she thinks I'm crazy as it is. Babe, hi, how are you? Come on, give me some sugar. Like if I just took it up 50% more, what type of reaction am I going to get from her? She already thinks I'm absolutely bananas, but it's like this. Hello, hi, Tom. Hey, it's Will calling from eXp Realty. All right, sounds decent. I stand up. I'm ready to go. Hello, hi, Tom. Hey, Tom, it's Elias Studio from eXp Realty. How are you? Hey, good. Hey, really quick call. It's Monday. I just got off a call and I want to share some of these thoughts with you about the market. Fuck, that feels way different because I just raised my level 50%, right? Imagine. Will, let's hear from you, bro.
Hey, good morning, everybody. You know, one of the things I really wanted to share as far as a takeaway about what Team Fast has meant to me or done for me since I came over is when we initially interviewed with coming on with Team Fast, you know, I saw these big numbers, you know, in a company producing at a level that I had never seen before in real estate. It was super inspiring for me. And it really inspired me to get numbers up. You know, I'm a super competitive person, you know, prior military, I never really lost that hustle and drive. And I almost have like a less personal aspect to the way that I do business because it's very machine-like, you know, and one of the things that I rely on with people around me, my business partner, Chris, or my transaction corner, is they bring like a little more personal side to my business that really helps me close and produce. But I was so numbers focused and thinking of competing again. And I have to be honest with you guys, coming over and being on these calls and being around all the people and the energy in this company, I'm a spiritual guy, but I don't have as much time for that as I like for my meditations and the things that I need to dial in and get my energy up. You guys have raised my vibration in a way that is allowing me to connect to my clients on a deeper, more personal level. And I'm seeing that immediately reflect in my numbers. And for me, I still have my numbers goal. I want to hit 30 million for the first time in my career. I'm on track with that with Q1. I reached that quarter of goals and I should be on track to hit that in Q2, but it's not because of the grind and the need to compete. You guys are kind of like food for my soul, and it's really helping evolve my business level. So, you know, I just wanted to thank everybody for that and wish everybody the best of luck. And I hope if you haven't taken that from Team Fast yet, or you're not allowing that to fill your cup in the morning, that you keep your mind and heart open to it because it's changing the game for me.
Love it, man. I love it. I appreciate you. You guys, super, super grateful for everybody. I appreciate all of your insights, all of your thoughts, and all of your vulnerability. When we say Mondays are about mindset, motivation, and intention, I mean that with certainty and conviction. But I want to inspire you and motivate you enough to go and take massive action. So before we close out, I want to share a quick number with you. Can anybody see that? So I got that tattooed on my arm on Saturday, and it's 6237. 6237 is the elevation of South Lake Tahoe. When I was 23 and a half years old, I literally left San Diego, addicted to drugs, had $70, a backpack and a dream. And my buddy Jojo, who just got out of the penitentiary, drove me up to Lake Tahoe in a 1995 Saturn two-door coupe with no chains. It was the year of like the biggest snowstorm in like 20 years. We had to find chains in Placerville at a Goodwill that didn't even fit, that the whole way up to Tahoe. Got up there, slept, changed my life, and I've never, ever looked back. And I look at where I am now versus where I am. So the 6237 was a reminder of where I came from and how important and how grateful I am for my life today. So thought I'd share that number with you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take action, take massive action, write down your Q2 goals. If you need any help, any support, let me know, let Eric know. We're here to fucking support your dreams and your vision. Peace. I appreciate you guys.